It's Nolan.
Let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. I got 'em, get checked, no problem. Motivate like Wallow, chick gon' follow. Only chase my dollars, front page my column. Nigga, they watching, just send me in Cabo. We can net, that's tribal, hand on the Bible. Lifestyle, they'll die for. Live a dream, no eye close, put 'em on game. Run on my stats, I been a beast in 7-4 flash. Flash on no cap, on the way to old that. Old sick, getting money in the bit, throwback, that's us. Can't trust nigga that rap, that's us. Rip, flood, drip, nigga, peep my strut. Turn those shit, got drinking my cup. Thick shit, whipping, shot it, been piped up like, wait. I be on bitch shit, y'all be on fish sticks, diamond they glisten. Very expensive, try to get this, gotta spend your pension. One muggy don't stop, no show. Turn the lights off, I'm still gon' glow. Thought I might quit, y'all nigga too slow. Southside nigga, we don't rate no hoe. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. New day, let's get it. Big chain, let's get it. More fame, let's get it. No shame, let's get it. Now at the end of the day, no matter what you throw at me, man, we always gonna bounce back, man. We done got money, lost money, but it's always gonna come right back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music and entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Now, as y'all can see here, today's show is going to be based around the idea of Hollyweird Shuffle. Unfortunately, on the eve of this battle, we've definitely got a lot of talk coming out about who's doing what in the industry in a negative way, who's grooming, who's doing the PDF stuff, and it's getting a little weird. We're going to get into that. We're not going to start the show on that note because it's not something I really enjoy talking about, but since it's out there and since this is what the conversation has evolved into from Kendrick Lamar, broadcasting a light on these types of things in the battle, we can't really move forward without it. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to that, I want to say that it's very possible that Drake is actually not bowing out of the Kendrick Lamar beef and battle. In the wee hours of the morning, it seems that Drake posted something on his Instagram story. Throughout the entire battle, he was updating his Insta story. Originally, he put the Kill Bill outfit on there. Uma Thurman said, if you need it, I'll get it to you, since he was smacking up everybody. He also came out and put the Equalizer meme thing about getting ready to mash out on multiple motherfuckers. I'm finna kill all y'all. He updated that. So he's now updated with a new movie scene, which I believe is from the movie A Man in Full or something to that degree. And it's basically of a man lying down. I've never seen this film, but it's basically of a man lying down, basically facing defeat, or at least seemingly facing defeat, and having a monologue about the situation. I'll see if I can play the audio of it, because that's really what it seems like Drake is honing in on, is the words that he's saying. Make sure to like and share the video, by the way. But let's see if we could get that pulled up.
I mean, this is criticism. Maybe I do. But when you die, will people notice? When I know there will be a lot of members of me by a lot of people. Many will hate me, even so. A person needs to live with vigor. Otherwise, what's born? I mean, this is criticism.
All right. So, cryptic message basically saying, when you die, will anyone notice? When I go, there's going to be a lot of memories about me from a lot of people. Now, upon first seeing this, I thought maybe Drake was trolling the audience, right? Everybody's seemingly counting him out except his loyal fans. So it's like, okay, when I go, everybody's going to remember me. For whatever reason, they're going to remember me, right? What about y'all? What about the spectators? What about everybody that's got something to say about me? When you go, are people going to remember you for doing something great? Or will you just be another drop in the bucket? I thought he was talking to the fans, right? But then you take it a little bit further, and then you see what the actual plot of this movie is. A Man in Full, or excuse me, the show, not a movie, a show. And the description is: when real estate mogul Charlie Croker faces bankruptcy, political and business interests collide as he defends his empire from those attempting to capitalize on his fall from grace. As it seems today, Drake is a man falling from grace in multiple directions. There's a lot of different people in corporate America that he's got dealings with that have a lot of things to deal with, a lot of questions, a lot of things to answer. It seems that he's got a Nike ad that's getting negative reviews. People are posting very, very harsh comments on there, accusing him of being a PDF. You know what I'm saying? And it's looking real rough for him at this current moment. The number one song in the country is basically calling him that for the entire song. And the moments where it's not, it's calling him a culture vulture that's, cosplaying black and stealing sauce from Atlanta artists. So people are literally dancing at the changing of the guard, right? But it seems, even though he put out the record, The Heart Part 6, and it seemed like he may have been defeated, talking about you could put out 100 diss records, I'll see you later, all this type of stuff. Seems that upon further self-reflection, maybe Drake wants to come out and attempt some more. Okay? Now, as y'all know, DJ Akademiks and OVO Mall are two of his messengers that seem to be on payroll that can get out some messaging and get out some propaganda in his favor. We already went to the OK Liar website yesterday. It was terrible, poorly done, and it gave no context as to what they were trying to do. There was a video on there of a woman who was allegedly present for the DV at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel when Kendrick Lamar was there years ago. But we don't know the credibility of that video. There's only one, and unfortunately, that's the only scratch or chink in Kendrick's armor compared to Drake, where people have come out with multiple stories about him, his family, or people in his circle. It's not my job to get anyone to think any sort of way to convince you of how to feel or how to look at these artists. You're going to say or do what you want. But like I said, Akademiks and OVO Mall are the ones that are disseminating information on his behalf when he has something crucial that he wants to put out. So DJ Akademiks comes out and says, appreciate the silence. What comes after is usually great. Right? So over the course of the last few days, there's been nothing from Drake. Akademiks alleges that there was a song that was supposed to come out on Tuesday, but unfortunately, Drake's house, there was a shooting at Drake's house in Bridle Path. So that kind of deterred the rollout or the release of the song. Then the very next day, an overzealous fan or somebody, some weirdo motherfucker, I don't know if he was yiked up on goddamn bath salts or what, decided he wanted to try to run up in Drake's house, the same house, and got his ass detained, got thrown in a chicken wing, and sent to the motherfucking can. So there's a little bit too much going on up there at the quote-unquote embassy. Some people feel like this is fully staged. They feel like all of this is just a coup to make it seem like Kendrick Lamar putting that house on the cover of Not Like Us is what's leading people to the house, basically to, without words, create a narrative that he's leading people to that house, right? Which will probably end up being something that gets mentioned in this next Drake release. We'll see. It seems very predictable, but if he goes a different route, I think that would be what's best. Hopefully he doesn't pull the Karen move, but you just never know, especially when you're trying to push a narrative. You have an artist on that you're battling with that's pushing a narrative. You got to find a lane. You got to find an angle to go back at them, especially if you're coming back after dropping something that people actually don't enjoy, right? the record, The Heart Part 6 has actually more dislikes on it than likes. There's over 1 million dislikes on the record. For anyone that's able to turn on the ability to see dislikes on YouTube, you could check that out for yourself. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, especially when you're going up against somebody who's already preloaded like 10 records. It probably still in the studio just waiting on something. I don't know how Drake can try to reverse the PR nightmare that he's facing, especially with his constituents, especially with just public perception with this whole OVO pedophile thing. Certified, you know what I mean? I don't know how he gets out of this. I don't know how even if he comes out with concrete evidence against Kendrick Lamar, which would definitely create question marks and create criticism of Kendrick, I don't think he brings himself out of the grave with that. I think they may both face some sort of backlash from the public, but I don't see him providing receipts that's gonna reverse how people already feel about him, because a lot of people have already kind of been waiting for a reason to feel a certain way about Drake, just being honest. And this battle proved it, and it drove that point home. The Joe Budden podcast, they have a 4-hour episode evaluating all of this, and it's pretty much been spoken behind the scenes in the industry that a lot of people are ready for his run to be over. Not just artists, but also executives, also other, people in other professions such as athletes. They say that Drake has allegedly been going behind backs of nearly 100 people. Oh, you got a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend or somebody you care about or somebody that you're pursuing. Drake pops up with them, takes them down under, does what he does with them, and keeps on moving on with life. Basically, not only collecting culture and jewelry and things like infinity stones, but also catching or collecting the women of other rappers to have one up over them. This is what they were having the conversation about. I'm not going to play it all because, like I said, it's 4 hours to sift through. So I'm not going to play none of it, to be frank. When it came to Maul, you could check out their episode, Rory and Maul. It's Mr. Maul versus the Big Steppers. In their video, they have a clip where they ask him, yo, why is all the burden of proof on Kendrick Lamar to provide receipts about Drake, but nobody is asking Drake to provide receipts about Kendrick Lamar? Do you definitively know that he's put hands on his woman? Maul says, hey, y'all will see. Let's just say there's more to come. Because he said, what, y'all trying to put me on the stand to snitch or something? Y'all trying to get a statement out of me or what? They said no, but you keep saying let's get to the facts, and then you're putting this out there like you know it to be true. He says, let's just say there's more to come. Right? So, although most people have already crowned Kendrick the king based on the turn of events that happened over the weekend, it seems that Drake is going to try to fight back at least a little bit. Hopefully he don't dig a deeper hole for himself, because you're not going against no jabroni ass nigga trying to see Compton. All right? So just keep that in mind. If you're going to come out, you're going to have to come out swinging, and it's going to have to really be worth two songs, because you're going to have to make up for the one that you lacked in, and you're going to have enough firepower to actually get people to see your opponent differently with the new song. It's definitely facing an uphill battle. I got to be real about it. Right? Now, as it pertains to Drake on another level, a resurfaced video has hit the net about SZA coming out about their dating past. And of course, he has this record saying, let's play some SZA, oh wait, I used to date SZA back in 2008. And SZA actually had to come out and, do some damage control on that and say, hey, it wasn't 2008, it was 2009, right? Just to let y'all know, because I think 2009, she might have been 18 rather than 17 in 2008. So she said, I just want y'all to know it wasn't no funny activity going on. But of course, we don't know. It just sounds little too close for comfort. You know, I'm not here to throw Drake under the bus. We can only use what's out there. And for people that are asking, well, why are people not showing up with receipts for Kendrick Lamar? Well, once you find them, be sure to send them over, because his slate has been clean. His jacket has been pretty much untouchable. The nigga only comes outside to drop an album, tour, and go visit Africa. So if you have the receipts, be sure to send them over to me. And if you're talking about OK Liar, we've already reviewed it. So what else is new? All right? Don't be mad at me. Be mad at history, and be mad that there's a lot of information out here that's just waiting for us when it comes to Drake. He's lived a very public lifestyle. He's been out here doing whatever he wants to do. And in that situation, you put yourself at more risk than your opponent. I'm sure he didn't think that this day was going to come, but it should have lived in the back of his head, because they've been battling it out secretly for 10 years, right? So first, there's the tweet from SZA. She says, so it was actually 2009. In this case, a year of poetic rap license mattered. LOL, I think he just innocently rhymed '08 with wait. Anybody who really knows me and was around during this time can confirm it's all love, all peace. Hey, I mean, if she was 18, no harm, no foul. She says, I just didn't want anybody thinking anything underage or creepy was happening. Completely innocent, lifetimes ago. Unfortunately, when it's that close, some people gonna feel away. But again, I'm just saying, if she was 18, it is what it is.
It has a Regina George quality to him, where it's just kind of like, have you or anyone you know been personally victimized? But he's a popular. He's like a cool kid, you know. Like, and when you're the popular kid in school, it's like it's entertaining. It's entertaining, but you sometimes taking losses in the midst of that entertainment, and the honesty, and I respect that. But I definitely laughed real hard, and I was so confused, and I was just like, "Are they about to call me on stage?" But yeah, that was funny. I cackled.
I take it when it happened, you didn't really feel a way about it.
No, wait, what, the skit, or when it actually happened?
When it actually happened.
No, it wasn't a big deal, because it was something that I like knew about already. Like, I obviously know that we talked to each other when I was a lot younger and when he was a lot younger, and like, right. And we're cool. We've always been cool. So it's never been weird. It didn't come completely out of the blue. And he let me know, like, I didn't know that it was a song with 21 or anything like that. Or anytime he's ever mentioned me, it's always been positive. He's never said anything negative about me. And I'm grateful for that. And I think highly of him. And I think it's really weird that as all these like years went past, I am an artist now, and I wasn't then. And, you know, he's King Drake. So.
All right, so that's at least SZA debunking it. So I don't want anybody using that against Drake, you know what I mean, to be all the way fair. We're just talking about it because it resurfaced, and this is what people are talking about and having some curiosity about. According to her account, it was 2009, not 2008. So there you have it. Now, in other hip-hop news regarding this same type shit, Metro Grooming was trending on Twitter the other day. So now they resurfaced some old tweets from Metro Boomin, which I don't even know are safe to repeat. But let me go ahead and see if I can pull them up and try to say them as YouTube safe as possible. And then we'll go from there. All right. All right, so in one of the tweets, he says, I'm trying to tell one of my followers that age ain't nothing but a number, right? This is a tweet from 2011. Now, to be completely fair on this one, we don't know if he meant up or down. I think he tried to say he was 17 years old when a lot of these tweets came out, so he could have been talking about
someone older or younger. Either way, if he was 17 looking for a grown woman, I mean, that still would have been an issue. Not so much on his part, but if it was younger, yeah, that's not the move, right? Some people date younger in high school. I never did that. I won't try to go too hard on that if he was 17 but to say age ain't nothing but a number, that is weird if you're looking younger. I will say that it don't look good. And that's the basis of all of this stuff. All of it can't necessarily be confirmed as anything like truly nefarious, other than that kiss on stage from Drake. The rest is pretty much unproven and up to speculation and personal opinion. He's got another one that says, this was 2013, so this was a little later. He says, she gonna suck me whether she like it or not. That's what the Molly for. That's definitely not acceptable. I don't know what the fuck he had going on at this time in his life, young man. You might have been listening to Rick Ross, but that's not cool. That's not okay. All right. Oof. Terrible. So there's a photo. This is from 2012. The photo's been taken down. Apparently he put a photo up of her. Somebody said, hey, this girl is 13. Metro Boomin said, I'll beat the charge. Oof. It's not good, man. It's not looking good, man. Like, oh, man. They say this man was 16, 17 while Drake was 24 on stage kissing a 17-year-old. Gang. Y'all niggas in shambles. I feel like we got to evaluate all of them, for their own merits. We've talked about Drake. We got to address Metro Boomin and his old tweets in the same, in their own space. No matter how much you like his beats. I just rapped over the BBL Drizzy thing before all this came out. And I've seen some people in my comments like, are you supporting Metro Grooming? I'm like, nah, the hell I ain't like supporting Metro Grooming. I did this shit before I knew anything about the shit. What am I supposed to do about it? Right? But I didn't enter the competition to fucking get in good graces with Metro Boomin. I just like the beat. But yeah, the shit that he was saying ain't cool, right? And to say she gonna suck me whether she like it or not, that's what the Molly for. That's not Metro Grooming. That's forced. That's you know what I mean? Not okay. And he's got a fucking ton of these old ass tweets. Damn. 2014, he says she might be young, but she ready. 2012, he RT'd somebody that says, if I get a chick that wants me to go get her some mollies, is that guaranteed kitty? LOL. Metro says yes, maybe even for the crew too. LOL. Hey man, I know kids be joking and say some dark humor shit, but it don't age well at all. Damn. He kept talking about Molly's. Talking about, got your little sister on them Molly's. She done ran through the whole squad. We don't know if he's talking about anybody in particular specifically, but this shit just, ugh. Somebody says, no, he says, LOL, I can't be a pedo at 15. Oh, that was his response to all of the backlash, I guess. So he's trying to tell people he was 15 when a lot of these tweets came out rather than 17. But you actually can if you're deliberately doing that or looking for younger girls, even at 15. I mean, this is some uncomfortable shit. I don't know if y'all see my face, like, but all of this shit is fucked up. Now, if y'all have been following me through the whole Diddy situation, what he's got going on, which we're going to get to that in a few moments also, is I've been saying there may be a mass exodus in the music and entertainment industry coming at some point. A lot of people have been able to hide things in the past. A lot of people have been able to suppress information. A lot of people have been able to get over on people. And with so much expose happening in 2024, this is definitely a year of truth, definitely a year of exposition, definitely a year of, if you got anything on your motherfucking chest, say it now or forever hold your peace type shit. It seems like a lot more motherfuckers is gonna be called out, put on the spot, called to the front to have to address some things, and that's just what it is. Again, I tell y'all, I'm not on nobody's payroll. I don't get paid by any of these artists, producers, executives, labels, any type of shit. And being know that I talk about just about anything that's going on about these people of relevance, even though we may like their music and what they produce, I can't turn the other way based on that. Right? Because that would be no better than what people did for Robert. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That would be no different than what people have done for the Epsteins, the Weinsteins, the Nickelodeon kids, all that type shit. You ain't no better if you're going to contribute to it. Now, we could say, hey, we don't know if they did anything. It's all talk. It's all tweets. It's all this. It's all that. And that's fair. And that's a fair assessment. But if it's on the radar and you act like nothing's there, that's being complicit. They've leaked old photos of Ruby Rose when she was a minor, in which, Metro was liking those photos. So, I don't know, man. We got to get to Ruby Rose, by the way. So, an old Ruby Rose interview has been resurfaced. Believe this is a DJ Vlad interview. I hate that I have to even play this, being that it is Vlad and we don't fuck with Vlad like that. But in this video, she was addressing some of her what they call body counts, or rappers that she's dated. And at the time of the recording of this video, she was 21. And she goes on to say that these rappers that she dated was a very, very long time ago. To which Vlad says, well, you're only 21, so it couldn't have been that long ago, right? And she says, well, nah, it was way back. She kind of stopped, gave him a look. And matter of fact, let me see if I could pull this one up. Again, I hate that I'm even using this shit, but I think it's kind of in the best interest of the message to share this. Hopefully Vlad don't do no content ID on this shit, because if he does, then you won't actually see this, and I'll have to go back and play the audio at a later time.
Well, because there are rumors about you and various famous men. I'm going to name a few.
Okay, I'll tell you which
you could react.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
That one was weird. No, never. I've never even met him. Talked to him, nothing.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger. Oh, wait, actually, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this game. I shouldn't do this game.
I just got a few more names.
Should I do this game? Oh, wait, let me see. Because I'm going to take the ones that are not
Okay,
true.
when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Okay. Soulja Boy.
Fudge, no. I think we DM'd as friends, but like nothing like freaky or crazy.
Lil Yachty.
We're friends. We've worked together.
Okay. 21 Savage.
When I was younger. Oh wait, how many more are left?
No, that's it.
Okay, cool. Good.
All right.
That wasn't bad.
So you admitted to two of them, Travis Scott and 21 Savage, when you were younger. Okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick some strong, you know what I mean?
And I was with them like a long time ago, like.
Yeah, well, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago.
I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I don't know.
At least I hope so. Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm not here to throw nobody under the bus. I'm not here to lock nobody up. I'm not even saying anything outside of the context of what motherfuckers got going on, man. Y'all saw. And if you don't see, because we had to cut it out, you could go look it up. Just speaking in case of all possibilities, because content ID shit be going crazy on YouTube sometimes, especially with these bigger platforms. They be knowing what they doing. If you try to use a clip from their shit, they be wanting to monetize or block your shit. But yeah, she definitely gave a weird look. She could have been joking. That's not something to joke about, though. Right? Again, at 21, how far back could you be going, especially if you dated both of those guys? And how are they getting access to you? That's another thing that I don't really get about the Ruby Rose story. There's so many rappers that she dated in a short period of time from all over the place. So, I mean, I think she lived in Atlanta, so I could see the 21 a little bit, but 21 from the east side. Like, I don't know. Travis Scott, I don't even think he lived in Atlanta. He might have. But these niggas been flying her out, doing all type of stuff, man. And I'm going to tell y'all, this shit gets spooky. For real. Shit definitely gets spooky. I'm not here to throw nobody under the bus. Y'all heard Kendrick on that motherfucking Meet the Grams, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard what he said, talking about some weird shit going on and these rappers out here to police it. Now, some people may have interpreted that line as if rappers are policing it in terms of, you know, monitoring and stopping it like police. But then there's also the other side of it of rappers policing it in the form of allowing it to happen and keeping the information from being passed out and disseminated to the public, like the work of dirty police. Again, this ain't no shit that I take like any joy in talking about, but this is what's resurfacing. This is the conversation that's happening, and this is on the heels of an iconic, legendary rap battle. And if this shit gotta burn, it just gotta burn. And let the motherfuckers who ain't into that type of shit, who don't have that on their name, let those people continue to make money, eat, create, and have good lives. But I don't know what else to say regarding that. Now, getting to Cuba Gooding, because we've been talking about the whole Diddy thing all year, the Lil Rod case. Of course, Cuba Gooding Jr. was named in Lil Rod's lawsuit. So he's got an interview where he briefly touches on the situation, and he, of course, is denying any and all wrongdoing. He said that he was sitting down listening to some music with Lil Rod, but if you saw those photos, it did look like he was kind of touching him in his inner thigh area and shoulder. Lil Rod says that he was coming on to him and had to forcefully, remove his clenches from him. We don't know everything that happened, but here's Cuba Gooding speaking to the incident. All right.
Cuba, with all this stuff that's coming up with Diddy and you're on one end, 50 Cent is calling out Diddy and here's what he's doing and all this stuff, and they got the back and forth.
Yeah.
I got Suge on here.
Look at this example. Look what happened.
Yeah. And I got Suge on. Yeah, exactly. No question about it. What do you think's going on with all the stuff with Diddy, with Little Rod, with, all the stories that everybody's hearing about?
You mean in terms of what?
I mean, raiding his house being raided.
I mean, that's crazy. That's the craziest thing I'd ever. And then, hey, how about me? I wake up in the morning, I turn on the Today Show, and Cuba Gooding Jr. I was like, excuse me, pull me into this. I think whatever he's dealing with, he's on his journey, man. I think that God has got him on a path where I can't imagine that he's stupid enough to do whatever he's doing and keep it on his premises. I think that the raid and all of that stuff, only time will tell who was involved, who had been a frequent guest in these places and areas. It's funny because my lawyers said, every outlet in the world wants to talk to you. And again, I'm like, I'm not defining myself from some headline in the press. So I stayed quiet. And it's so funny. So I'll tell you a little story about who my girlfriend is. She gave Robert De Niro 3 grandkids. Her name is Claudine De Niro. She married his son, Raphael. They separated, and we've been together for a while. But she, at one point, ran Naomi Campbell's publicity. She, at one point, ran P. Diddy's publicity, right when he started doing the white party thing. Mm-hmm. He had just gotten freed from indictment, found not guilty. Did he? And he said to her, I'm going to die running with these niggas, man. I need you to help me with the white folks and the switch. And so she helped cultivate his new image. So they had a friendship for years. But I had never met him till probably 2019, 20, just casually, Claudine and I. He invited us to his house. The pandemic was starting to ease, and hadn't seen him since that night where this guy with this picture that says that I had my shoulder on him and all this stuff, making it look sordid. Well, that picture, everyone in the room, there's probably 300 of us on the deck of P. Diddy's, I'm going to show you, on P. Diddy's boat, New Year's Eve. I went from one ship, Happy New Year. So I hung out with Tyson, and next ship, there's Drake. This ship had P. Diddy. He had his guy, his videographer. They're listening to music. And he says, hey, Cube, listen, you want to hear P. Diddy's new song? I said, yeah, sure. Sit down next to him. They didn't use this angle, which to me makes me laugh because I go, oh, I get it. You made it look the way you wanted it to look. But that, and if you hold it, you know how you hold it and it does the thing where
Hold on. It looked like the same picture. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all.
You made it look the way you wanted it to look. But that, and if you hold it, you know how you hold it and it does the thing.
That's the same picture. I ain't want to show y'all this shit, you know what I mean? But that's the same motherfucking picture, man. What you talking about, Cuba? That's the picture in the goddamn lawsuit. I know because I read the shit about 3-4 times.
Where, can you hear all the people? If you tap it or something, it's a live picture. Do you see what I mean? It's like, here we are, just listening to music. Finished, took the thing off, said whatever I said to him, left. That was it. But this guy who's suing him, going after the money, man. I'm sure. And by the way, I don't know P. Diddy's life. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know what the police are going to find on all of that.
Were you guys close? Were you guys friends or?
We were acquaintances, just like I just showed you. Yeah. 2-3 times I've seen him. So it's.
Oh, so Diddy, you've only seen him 2 or 3 times.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So why would they include you all of a sudden in some way?
I think because of the darkness of the other grab of the cases that I already had went through.
Right. A lot of that stuff is 18 though, 19, right? Those are from 5-6 years ago.
That's
the cases.
Right. That's right.
And that was that at the peak of the Me Too movement, or was that pre-Me Too movement?
That's right.
Is Me
that's
Too
right
movement,
when it kicked off. Yeah,
right.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Diddy.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But I did not know that you guys only hung out 2 or 3 times.
That's it, man.
And 50 was with you for your 56th birthday. I think you guys were hanging out together in Miami.
Yeah, because we were in St. Bart's on that boat. But then in Miami, which is where I run around now, of course, I ran into 50 and he was promoting his champagne. I've seen Drake 100 times around town. He loves Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50.
I'm big with the rappers, man.
How do you feel about 50? How's 50 like?
It's so funny. I got a call from 50 who reached out to me and said, we got to uplift our black entertainers and let's work together. I said, great. So we'll see, you know. I try not to voice any of my opinion when it comes to the rap songs because just like everybody else, I'm into that music, man.
Are you following the Lamar and Drake thing?
No, I just heard about that.
Yeah, got it. I mean, that's like a whole...
Somebody just got shot today outside of Drake's house.
I heard.
Did you see that?
I heard.
So, I mean, it's like drive-by shooting in a gated community. I mean, that sounds a little crazy.
Yeah, Drake's security guard seriously injured in shooting at Toronto's mansion. Guard was shot inside Drake's home and had serious but non-life-threatening injuries while the assailant fled in a vehicle.
Yeah, I say to them, just like I said to Tupac when I saw him in the lobby of that hotel in Chicago, he said, hey, man, help me, man, give me some advice. I said, hey, man, just remember your artistry first. I know you're getting caught up with all this madness, but you're an artist now. He said, thanks, Cube. He hugged me and he went off. And
how old was he at the time?
Well, 2-3 weeks later, he was gone.
Oh, no shit.
I saw him, and here's the second time I saw Tupac. This is a true story. Now, I don't like the conspiracy things, but
I find it interesting that everybody in the industry saw Tupac right before he died. Everybody got a I saw Tupac story before he died. Why ain't nobody grabbed the nigga up, man?
That day, he was in a convertible, like Rolls Royce. He was at the stop site, and I was on a hockey tournament, so I was in Vegas as well, playing hockey, and Tyson had his fight. And I jumped out of the car, and I ran up to his car. Pac, it's Cube! And all three cars, all these cars, boom, 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 with the guns.
Get out.
No, that's Cube Good, man. Hey, that's Cube Good. And I go, oh, sorry, man. He goes, you good? I go, I'm good. I'm sorry, guys. Got in the car. So that happens that day when the sun's out, and at night they get shot and there's no cops around. Here. That's a true story. I was involved in that.
So in the morning, few hours later, he's gone.
Yeah. Yes. And
so according to his story, he say Pac and his team almost lit his ass up. And then by the end of the night, Pac was gone. Again, everybody got these stories that they ran into him right before. I'm liable to think somebody lying or a lot of niggas lying. And with this nigga pass, Cuba Gooding, shoo. Y'all see who he named in this hangout of when allegedly he touched on Lil Rod. I ain't gonna get into all that, but y'all heard the names he said. 50, you be acting like you a warrior out here trying to go against evil and shit the way you be posting about Diddy. Some of these same niggas is coming on your yacht hanging with you, coming and talking, you know what I'm saying? Holly Weird Shuffle. Who knows? Again, this ain't for me to insert my opinion. All I can say is, if anything further comes out and motherfuckers gotta go through they walk, let them walk. Don't come save them. Let them have to go through they walk, man. Everybody gotta face it. Everybody gotta, you know what I'm saying, meet their maker. So that's what it is. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of all of this implication of grooming. Basically, the Lil Rod thing, as Cuba Gooding did respond to that, he said it's absolutely false. He said there were so many people on the yacht, there's no way. Let me know what y'all think of that. The Ruby Rose thing, the Metro Boomin situation. Let me know what y'all think of Drake potentially coming back, taking more shots at Kendrick, and possibly having more ammo when he comes out this time. Because I wouldn't even say hate. I would doubt that he's gonna come back, reignite the beef when it was already laid to rest and most people have already decided a winner. I would think if he comes back, he's gonna try to bring his own sorts of receipts. So let me know what y'all think of that. And I guess we'll see what we have later, man. Much love and respect. I appreciate everybody. I've had a few people that have asked me about memberships and stuff like that. My memberships are active on the channel now. You can join for $2.99. You can become an official insider. If you're just subscribed to the channel and you're an insider, that's cool. I'm not going to take away your status or anything or say you ain't an insider. But I've had some requests of like, yo, man, when you going to let folks join a membership? So now you can do that. And with the membership, you'll get access to like exclusive stuff. So when the merch actually comes out, you're gonna get a discount, being that you're paying for the membership. You're not gonna pay what anyone else would have to pay for it. When it comes to me doing the live performance show or whatever, you're gonna get some perks when it comes to that as well. So maybe we'll do like a insider only version or something along those lines. But you could join for $2.99. I don't want it to be like nothing crazy, but I do want to also offer that opportunity since people have been asking me for it. All right, so let me know what y'all think of all this, and I'll catch y'all later. All right, much love and respect. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.